Okay, we are live. Hello, everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Learning Through Pictures series. This is the class we learn new vocabulary through pictures. That's why I call it Learning Through Pictures. Actually, there's more to it than that. In this particular class, we're going to learn we're going to play the game, what's going on in this picture, and you will learn to describe real pictures from unusual places and situations using different levels of description. So we're going to start off in a very general way, talking about what we see, using what we know, and then we're going to go deeper and deeper by asking questions which get beyond, or below, I should say, the surface of the picture. So I'll show you how that works in just a minute. But first, let me just do a quick introduction. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. By the way, if you click on the chat window on the right side of your screen, you'll see a link to my profile page. You can go there, click follow, and you'll see all my upcoming group classes. As well, you can schedule a private tutoring class or buy a package with me, and I will work with you on a personalized learning plan to get you to your goals. So that's a little bit about me, and I've told you a little bit about the class. What I'm going to do is give everyone a minute or two to join us. Then I'm going to share the material with you. So just give me a second for that to load. And yeah, give me just a second to get that to load, and then we'll begin. So let's see who's out there today. So far we have Ms. Tatiana. Hello, Tatiana. How are you? Can you hear me okay, Tatiana? Hello, Tatiana. Can you hear me okay? Uh-oh, I do not hear Tatiana. What about Javier? Can you hear me okay, Javier?
Yes,
Hello?
I can hear you. Yeah. Hello.
Okay, good. Just making sure everything is working. Nice to have you back, Javier.
Thank you.
And we've got Mr. Vicente as well. How are you, Vicente?
I am fine, thank you very much.
Very good. Very good, Vicente. Nice to have you back. Mr. Jose, how are you today?
I'm doing very well, John. Thanks for asking. And you?
Very well, too. Thanks for
Yeah.
asking as well. We're both doing very well. All right, so let me just... Now, what I want to do here is, for those of you who've been here, you know how to do this, but I want to give you... Hang on just a second here. I want to give you an example of the chat window before we begin. Give me just a second here, because nothing is opening on my computer. Hang on just a minute. I've just got to open one more thing, and I think we'll be okay. No, this is not it either. All right, well, I can't give you an example right now. What I'll do is I'll write my own examples. I wanted to copy and paste for you, but I'll just make it up as I go along. So look, in the past, what we've done is we begin with what we know. I call this the knowledge question. Okay? And an example of that is, what do you see? You're using the language that you already know. The second question, or the level of description, will be a little bit deeper. It's what we call the comprehension question. What is really going on is an example of a comprehension question that you might ask about a picture. If we go a little bit deeper, you will take some of that vocabulary that you've learned in questions 1 and 2, and you'll use it to apply to a situation. So this is what I call the application question. For example, write a caption that describes the photo that you're going to see. Imagine that you're looking at it in a newspaper what might the photo say? So it gives a context or something like that. Now, 4, 5, and 6, these are all high-level questions. So I'm going to just sort of reduce those into one thing. We'll say 4, 5, 6. This is your opinion or your evaluation. I'm going to call this evaluation. Okay, you'll see that in just a second in the chat window. And an example of an evaluation is, what is person X thinking in this moment? That's an example. So you have to use what we've learned about the picture, use the vocabulary, and evaluate, get inside the head of one of the people in the picture in this example. Another evaluation question is this situation fair? Do you think that it pictures a situation that everyone would agree is a fair situation? Something that everyone would feel comfortable with? There's not really one particular kind of question we can ask when we get to a high level. But the point is, you want to use everything that came before. You want to use the vocabulary that your peers have come up with, and you as well. All right? So I'll guide you through the first one, and I'll give you lots of feedback, and the rest of it we're going to do just by speaking. All right? So let's get started. Give me just a second here. I'm going to get this on screen. Here we go. Tell me if you see what theme I'm going for in today's pictures. Oh.
The theme.
Yeah, give me just a second here. Sorry, my presentation is frozen. One moment. One second, sorry. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to go in the order that I see you for the first round. Round 1, starting with Mr. Javier. Javier, let's start with the knowledge question. What can you tell me about this picture? With the vocabulary that you have, tell me what you see.
What's going on? So,
not what's going on in this case, but what do you see?
What to say? I see two people falling down on the street, or not on the street, on a, yeah, it could be a street, and they are I don't know how to say, they are
remember, I'm going to tell you how to say it. So you say it and I'll correct you. They are what?
They have their heads against kind of pillow, I don't know, and they are probably resting or sleeping, and they are between both men. There is a small dog sleeping as well.
What's another word for a small dog?
Yeah, it's puppy? No, puppy?
Puppy? Exactly. All right, very good. And as I said, in round 1, I'm going to give you feedback on everything that you say. So first, take a look at what you said. There it is. And now, let me make a few corrections. I see two people falling down. Are they falling in the picture? In the moment we see them, are they falling down?
No, for sure not. But I don't know how to say it. They are.
Not they are. I see two people who have, not are, but have. Who have, finish the sentence. Who have done what? Who have
fall down?
Huh?
Fall?
Fall? You have to use the participio pasado.
Fallen down? Fallen down.
Fallen down is correct. I see two people who have fallen down on the street. Are you sure that they fell down, Javier, or you're not sure?
I'm not sure about this. I think that they are military, so probably they are. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah,
You're not sure, so you're going to use speculative language. I see two people who have fallen down. No, I see two people who may have fallen down on the street. I'm not sure. They may have fallen down. Okay? So the first thing, take a look at my first correction there, Javier.
Okay. Thank you.
I changed the verb tense and I changed the language to be more speculative. Can you see what I wrote?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I can see it.
Say it back to me.
I see two people who may have fallen down on the street.
Right. May have.
Yes.
You said they have their heads against a kind of pillow. Against a kind of pillow. Are there many kinds of pillows? Not really. I know what you mean. You mean you don't know if it's a pillow or not.
It seems a bag more than a pillow. But
Exactly. They have their heads. Well, they don't have their heads. We have to say their heads seem to be resting on their backs. We'll say it like that. You'll see this in just a second. They're probably sleeping. Between both men, there is a. You have to put the between. Javier, this is an important lesson. In Spanish, you can say between both men there is a puppy. But in English, you have to say there is a puppy between the men. You have to put the prepositions at the end of the sentence. So between the men. Okay? Take a look at what I wrote. Say it back to me. Make sure it's clear.
Yeah. I see two people who may have fallen down on the street. Their heads seem to be resting on their backs. They are probably sleeping. There is a puppy between the men. Yeah.
Look at the little puppy. Ooh, such a cute little puppy. The comprehension question goes to the next person I see, which is Giancarlo. The comprehension question is, what's going on? Now that we know some things in the picture, what's the situation? What's really going on? Okay, so get behind the picture, not just describing it, but guess about what's happening. What do you think, Giancarlo?
The soldiers may have had a hard night, and in this picture they are taking a nap because of their tiredness, and they are resting, and the idea I told you.
What about the dog? What's the story with the dog?
Yes, and
remember,
dog,
language of speculation. The dog may, the dog might, perhaps, it seems.
It seems that the dog did not have a owner, and the dog may have been there on the street. The dog is a vagabond, maybe a vagabond, and when the dog saw the soldiers, the dog tried to be with them because the dog was tired too.
When it saw the soldiers, it wanted to be with them. Wanted to be with them. Okay, let's take a look. This is what you said. Let me make a few corrections here. Okay, so you said the soldiers may have had a hard night. Perfect. They are taking a nap because of their tiredness. Uh-oh, we can't say that. It's not because of their tiredness. We would use it in that way. They're taking a nap because they're, T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E, because they're tired.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are tired, not because of their tiredness. It seems that the dog didn't have an owner. It may have been on the street. Okay, why don't we say, it seems that a dog who didn't have an owner may be a street dog. Maybe a street dog. Maybe a street dog. What did he do? Not vagabond. Vagabond is, first of all, a word we don't even use anymore. It's too old. But anyway, street dog has the same idea. So it seems it's a dog that didn't have an owner. Maybe a street dog wanted to be with them. To keep warm, or to find a place to rest, or something like that. Okay? So look at my corrections. Read it back to me. Tell me if it makes sense, or if there's any questions.
Sure. The soldiers may have had a hard night. They are taking a nap because they are tired.
They're tired.
They are tired.
Yeah. Be careful, because it's not they are. It's there, and it's pronounced exactly like this. These are the same words, same pronunciation. There and there.
There.
Right.
Uh-huh. They are tired. It seems that a dog who didn't have an owner, maybe a street dog, wanted to be with them to keep warm.
Right. And what did the dog do? The dog curled up between them. Look at the prepositions there. The dog curled up. Oh, I said with. I meant to say between. Curled up with them, or curled up between them. Natasha, how do you think that dog feels? Let's put yourself into the picture. Let's go to our level 4 question.
Okay, I see. I don't know what about dog exactly thing, but I think in my turn that he is very calm. Because he is sleeping, he is warm, and he is sleeping between soldiers, and maybe he found a new soldier's family. So he may be lucky in this moment.
I think he's pretty lucky.
Yeah, pretty lucky.
Okay, very good. By the way, you said he is very calm. He is, I thought you said warming. I'm not sure if you said warming. He is sleeping. He is sleeping between soldiers, so maybe he is lucky. Okay. If we want to put that together in one like little paragraph that sounds like it has everything connects really well together, we might change it like this. So about the dog, how does he feel? The dog. He is calm. He's very calm. He is, maybe let's use a better word here. Instead of calm, he is very, I don't know, relaxed, warm, and appears to be completely at home, sleeping between soldiers. So you'll see this in just a second. So maybe he's the luckiest dog. Maybe he's the luckiest dog around. I don't know. So notice how I put your ideas together in one sentence, Natasha, and I also added a synonym. If you're calm, well, relaxed is better than calm, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And another way to say relaxed is to feel at home, to be at home or to feel at home. Okay? So read that back to me and tell me if it makes sense.
Okay. He is very relaxed. warm and appears to be completely at home, sleeping between the soldiers. So maybe he's the luckiest dog around.
Oh, I made a little mistake.
Yeah,
It should,
yeah, yeah. He is maybe the luckiest. Yeah.
so
No,
maybe
he maybe
he's.
is. Yeah.
No, so maybe he's.
So maybe he's okay.
There's
The
more than
luckiest
one way
dog
to say it.
around.
That day.
Mhm.
Yeah, there you go. Very good.
Thank
All right. Shall we find out what the real situation is? Shall we? Natasha, can you read the caption for me at the bottom?
Oh, yes, okay. Now, a moment. Yes. 1945, Russian soldiers sleeping with a puppy in Paraguay, I don't know, Prague during World War II.
World War II.
Yeah, World War II.
Wow. We didn't talk about the time period. Does that surprise you, class?
No.
No.
No? Jose says no? I think Giancarlo, I think you were pretty much right. I think you got it. They're asleep on the street and the dog found a warm place to curl up and there he goes. It's hard to say. Well, who was there first, the dog or the soldiers? Do you think the soldiers found a nice warm dog to curl up with, or did the dog find nice warm soldiers to curl up with? I'm not sure. It's a mystery we may never know. Okay, very good job, everyone. You'll notice there's a similar theme here. Look at picture number 2. Let's start with Tatiana this time for our comprehension, for our tell me what you see question. So this is our knowledge question. Tatiana, what do you see in this picture? Don't speculate, don't guess here. Just describe what you see with the language that you have. Are you there, Tatiana? Hello, hello? Uh-oh, we don't hear you, Tatiana. Tatiana. Maybe Tatiana, if you can write something in the chat window so I know you're there. Hello, hello, Tatiana, hello, hello. So Tatiana, why don't you leave and come back? Okay, and then let's see if your microphone is working, okay? I hope that you can hear me okay. While you're doing that, okay, Tanya says okay. Yes, so leave and come back, leave the Hangout and then return, and then let's see if your microphone works then, okay? Did she go? I still see her. She says okay, but I still see you. So see if you can actually close the browser, restart it, and join again. Okay? All right. So while we're waiting for Tatiana, let's go backwards in the other. Oh, Jose, let's start with you this time.
Okay.
So Jose, what do you see?
I see a man and a woman. Both are kissing.
Both are kissing. Kissing who?
The man is kissing the woman.
Yeah, because you say they're both kissing. They could be kissing anybody.
Yes.
They're kissing each other.
Okay. They are kissing each other. I possibly because the man is saying goodbye to the woman because he is going to a war. Okay. I see a baby too. The baby is in a horizontal position. It's not the best position for the baby.
The baby is horizontal. Right.
The man is wearing a hat over his head. A white hat over his head.
Over his head.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's take a look at some of that. I want to give you a little bit of feedback here.
Okay.
So I already said not kissing, because kissing would mean anybody. They're kissing each other.
Okay. Okay,
Okay,
kissing each other.
yeah,
Okay.
or you could say the couple is kissing. Then you don't need to say each other,
The couple is kissing. Okay.
because then we know they're kissing each other because it's a couple.
This is another way to say the same. Okay.
Hmm. Possibly because the man is saying goodbye and going off to war. If you're leaving
Okay.
for a long period of time, you go off. He's going off to war.
Okay.
Okay, I'll put that in the chat window too. The baby is, you said, in a horizontal position. That's very descriptive. We would say, I'd say something like this: the baby is being held like a football. The man is wearing a hat. You don't need to say over his head because we always wear hats
Okay.
on our head. He's wearing a
It's
hat.
not necessary to say.
Yeah. And in fact, not even a hat. He's wearing a sailor's cap.
Sailor's cap. Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
see. Very good. Yes.
Okay.
Tatiana, how's it going now? Is your microphone working? Hello, Tatiana? Oh, I still can't hear you, Tatiana. Okay. Well, Tatiana, I don't know what's happening today. You're welcome to write. Oh, it looks like she left again. Oh, okay. She is not actually here. It just looks like she's here. So back to you, Giancarlo. Wow, is everyone having connection problems today? Maybe everyone is, because a lot of people are coming and going. Okay, back to you. Actually, I don't want to give you the same question twice. Sorry. Let me go first to Javier for our comprehension question. Comprehension question is, well, what's really happening? He talked about going off to war. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree because it seems that that he's wearing a navy hat, so I reckon that he's going to, or probably to a war, or yeah, to a long. I mean, yeah, it's the navy, so it's gonna be a kind of war or helping another country. But yeah, I think it's it seems I don't know. It seems not greeting. The opposite of greeting, it's goodbye. It's
The opposite of greeting?
yeah, the opposite.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't have a word for that, I don't think. You greet and you say goodbye. Yeah, say goodbye.
Yeah, so it's it seems like it's a goodbye or see you soon, and he's gonna take the ship to someone to somewhere else. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and apart from this, I don't know why he's holding the baby.
Exactly. Why is he holding the baby like that? By the way, suggestion. It seems that he's wearing. You said it seems that he's wearing a navy hat, so he's going again off to war.
Okay.
Specifically with war, he's going off to war. Instead of a goodbye, you could say it's some kind of a send-off. His wife maybe is sending him off. There's a send-off, like a last goodbye. A send-off or a last goodbye. Let's see. And Natasha, tell us about that baby. Why is he holding the baby like a football?
I don't know, but I think that baby is happy at this moment as well, because looking at his face, I don't say that she is very angry on his daddy, because I think that this man is his daddy. I don't know. Maybe he is not look at like a very happy baby, but he is not crying. So he can waiting for when his daddy held him in a horizontal vertical position.
Holding him Yeah, we don't really say horizontal and vertical with people. That's because it's not a. You have to say what's he holding him like?
I mean that Daddy have to has to take his normally,
Right,
not like a toy.
right. Okay, you can also say the baby's expression. Instead of saying looking at the baby's face, you could say the baby's expression doesn't seem unhappy. Doesn't seem happy, but doesn't seem unhappy either. So
Yes,
his
yes.
expression.
Expression. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Let's try the application question. Giancarlo, what is the caption in the newspaper for this picture? What would it read? You got to imagine the situation in your mind and write an appropriate caption.
Yes. Uh, an unusual goodbye before going off to war.
An unusual
Unusual
goodbye
before
before
going off to war.
going off to war. Very interesting. An unusual goodbye. Going off to war. Are you talking about the baby or are you talking about the wife? What do you mean the unusual goodbye?
Yeah, I'm talking about the baby. Yeah, imagine.
Who's going off to war? The baby or the sailor?
The sailor.
How about this? An unusual goodbye before being stuffed into the torpedo and shot out over the ocean. Because the baby looks like he's going to be loaded into a cannon or something like that. All right. Very good, very good. So let's go to all of you, since this is a small group. I don't know what happened to Vicente and Tatiana, but let's go to all of you for the last question. Remember, the last question is a kind of an evaluation or synthesis. You look at the picture and you start to talk about your own impressions. Like, what is the baby thinking? Like, what is going to happen next? You have to put yourself into the picture. I'd like to hear something from each of you. Jose, I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to ask you a specific question, but I want you to put yourself into the picture and give us a reaction if you were one of those people.
If I was, what people? The baby, the man, or the woman?
One of them, I don't know.
One of them. Yes.
If
I
you were
was
there, if you were there, how would you feel, or what do you think was going on?
I felt.
I would feel.
I will feel sad.
Not will, would. I would feel.
I would feel sad because I am going to going off
to war.
To war.
I'd feel sad because I'm going off to war.
Yes, I feel sad because I'm going to war. Okay.
Yeah. And how would you feel if you were the baby? Javier, if you were in that situation, how do you think you would feel if you were right there with them? What do you think is the emotion at that moment?
Emotion. I think that they are from America, so the guy, I think he's really proud to go to the war. Yeah. So. And yeah, the woman. If I were the woman, I would feel. I would feel sad as well and anxious because he's leaving. And I'm worried as well because some of them they don't come back to USA. And the baby. I mean, if I were the baby, I wouldn't realize anything about what's going on, no? So I mean, yeah. Well, I mean,
if I were the baby,
he looks scared or almost crying, but I don't know why. Probably because of the position or the.
If I were the baby, I'd feel sick.
Yeah, probably.
Try not to squeeze your baby like that. Giancarlo, what is the next thing that's going to happen after this picture was taken? what do you think is the next action that happened?
The woman and the baby will stay there at the same place, saying or waving her hand, saying goodbye to the soldier, not to the marine or to the man. Feeling extremely sad because of the goodbye.
Okay. The woman and the baby will stay there at the same place. Not at the same place, but will stay there in the same place. In
the same place.
Waving. Not waving her hand. Because there's nothing else to wave. You can either wave a flag or you can wave your hand. Okay, but we're going to assume it's a hand when you say waving. So the woman and the baby will stay there in the same place, waving goodbye as the man's ship
walks away.
Oh, okay. As the man walks away. Okay, very good. Oops. Oh, sorry. Trying to make this great. So that's the correction that I made. Not at the same place, but in the same place. Not waving our hand, just waving.
Okay.
And you can.
Yes.
And you can picture this. You can picture her and the baby. she just picks up the baby like a football.
Yeah.
And waves goodbye.
John, may I read it? May I read the correction?
Huh? Yeah, go for it. Sorry.
Yeah. The woman and the baby will stay there in the same place, waving goodbye to the man as the man walks away. Yes, I like it. And another question: how do you pronounce unusual? Is unusual, John?
Unusual.
Unusual.
Mm-hmm. So unusual is like the word onion. Onion, unusual.
Onion.
Unusual.
Unusual. Okay, thank you, John.
That's
unusual.
It. All right. So, Giancarlo, let's find out what really happened. Read the caption for us.
Yes. 1940s, after 14 months at sea on Her Majesty's frigate Whitby, seaman Anthony Bennett meets his baby for the first time. It's a returning.
What do you think? He meets his baby for the first time. I guess he's just never picked up a baby before. I guess she hands the baby to him. He doesn't know how to hold him. I have no idea. Well, so think about it. He's been away for 14 months, right? He didn't have a kid when he left. So she obviously gave birth while he was out at sea. So he didn't have the baby lessons. I guess that's the problem. I don't know. Does that surprise you, Natasha? We all thought that he was going away and saying goodbye, but actually he's coming back. Surprise? Are you? No? Okay.
They don't pay so much attention to the baby.
Yeah, really. Here's your baby. Pick it up with the luggage and let's go. All right, very good. So take a look at this, everyone. Here you go. Now for something a little bit unusual. Natasha, what do you see here?
Okay, on this picture, on this photo, we can see some men. Two of them shot one other. It's maybe like a duel. And other men, I mean that one of them is a soldier too, because he is wearing on specific clothes. I don't know. Well, looking at this, I might imagine that it's maybe that they are maybe actors because it's look at the creating of some cinema.
They're not actors, by the way. Just
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
know.
I think that they are actors because they are on street. It's they are stay on some road and shouting. It's like duel. I said about it. And other men stay next of them and look at their action.
All right. By the way, you said specific clothes. Do you know
Yeah.
what we call? Do you know what we call those specific clothes?
Wow, it's warm wear. I mean, if I say about one man only, he is soldier, but other people wearing in it's special clothes which protect them from bullets.
Right. We call it a bulletproof vest. A bulletproof vest. Okay,
Okay.
and also, Natasha, instead of saying we can see, we don't need can in English. We just say we see.
Okay.
So we see these men, maybe they're soldiers, maybe it's a duel. One of them you think is a soldier because he's wearing specific clothes. He's wearing a bulletproof vest. They're both wearing bulletproof vests, actually.
Okay.
And you said I'd imagine they are actors. Actually, I can tell you right now that they're not actors. This is a real picture. This is a picture that was meant to document an event. I'll tell you that much.
Wow.
So, Giancarlo, what do you think the event is that this picture? Look at the time period. People didn't take pictures back then very often, right? It's not like today. What do you think they were trying to document?
Maybe they are trying to show or demonstrate that the bulletproof vest work.
They're trying to demonstrate that bulletproof vests work. Okay. So what do you think is the time period?
The time period is 1940s, I think. Yes.
You should know that because you were in the business basics class, so you remember when Kevlar was made.
Yes, yes.
What was the year for Kevlar? You remember?
Not exactly, but I think it was in the 40s.
I think it was earlier. I think it was 33. I'm not sure, but I think it was 33. I don't remember now. But anyway, maybe they're trying to demonstrate that bulletproof vests work. Maybe. I thought you were going to say that the man is being executed. It's a one-man...
No, because of their attitude. You know, the one who is receiving the shot is...
The one who's getting shot?
The one who's getting shot is a little bit proud. Look at his face, and he's smiling, I think so. He's like proud. No?
He's an anarchist.
Yes. He's not afraid of the shot. He's proud of it.
Well, you're all wrong. This man on the left is Superman, the original Superman, and he knows that bullets will have no effect. So, sorry, but you're all wrong. Mr. Javier, what do you think the caption read in the newspaper in 1930-something when this picture was on the front page of the New York Times?
What do I think about the... Sorry?
What do you think the caption was in the newspaper with this picture? What do you think the caption was?
What does caption? I mean...
What does caption mean?
Yeah, what does caption?
Jose, what does caption mean?
Rebel people is
No,
ill.
wait. What does caption mean? Can you define caption? Jose,
It's a
what does
title.
It's a title. What
It's a-
does caption mean? So here's the question.
The title. Yes.
Natasha says it's the title. Natasha, the title of what?
Title of this picture. It's title of something. It's maybe article. It's maybe picture. It's maybe I don't know, history.
The
So-
headline of this picture.
It's the line of text under the picture. That's the caption. So it might be a title, Natasha. It might be a title, like a short text, or it might be a longer text, an actual line of text that gives an explanation. Okay. Now, when we create a caption, Javier, we have to cut out all the unnecessary words. Okay. So tell me, what do you think the caption read in 1933 underneath this picture? What did the caption read?
Someone.
Remember, the caption's got to grab your attention, and it's got to explain the picture in just a few words. Now, this is what we do with Twitter nowadays. Now we have Twitter. In 1933, we had captions.
So we're like Twitter, yeah, 240.
Yeah, you got 140 characters. That's it. So what's the tweet? Tell us the tweet.
I mean, it's someone shooting against a man proving the bulletproof.
Too many words. Shorter. Grab our attention.
How bulletproof works.
How?
Yeah.
Bulletproof. How bulletproofing works.
Works. Yeah.
Very good. That is a caption. How bulletproofing works. You can see the guy smiling. Would anyone put a different caption for that picture before I show you the answer? Any other ideas? What would you say?
I am trying to. Okay. Kevlar protects a guy after being shot proudly.
Kevlar protects. Kevlar protects
a guy.
Not a guy, because that's too informal for a newspaper headline. Kevlar protects
a man after being. Okay.
Too many words. Got to cut it down.
Kevlar protects a man.
Proudly shot. Something like this.
Kevlar protects a man proudly shot. Yes, I like it. Kevlar protects proudly shot.
Jose, a rebel is murdered. Wait a second. Do you think this is an execution? Jose, is this an execution?
Yes.
Yeah?
No, it's not it is not an execution, but I made up this caption. I have made up this caption.
And it is a fine caption.
Yes.
A fine caption indeed. Jose,
yes.
Read the real caption.
Okay. 1933, testing a bulletproof vest. Yes.
I was right, 1933. I was right. So no one knew what Kevlar was in 1933, but after this picture, they sure did. I've got one that you'll never figure this one out. So this one is a mystery for you. Giancarlo, what do you see? If any of you can figure out what's really going on in this picture, you win a cookie. But first, let's describe it. What do you see, Giancarlo?
A doctor
Mm-hmm.
and his patient
with a bird cage on her head.
With a bird cage on her head.
I'm just kidding. It's not a bird cage.
No, it's oh come on. Okay, no, a doctor and his patient trying trying a new cap, a new invention in order to
Not in order. Get rid of an order. A new invention to.
an invention uh, to try or to design her glasses or eyeglasses.
A doctor and his patient try out. By the way, I should say try out. A doctor and his patient try out a new invention to design
To design a
custom tailored glasses that fit her face particularly. Do you see
okay,
what I'm saying? Custom tailored.
custom tailor.
Okay. That sounds like a pretty good guess. Natasha, what's your guess? Do you think this is a doctor designing eyeglasses?
No, pretty
What do you
no.
think?
I don't think that it's torture because they are very relaxing, both. On the other side, it's
On the other hand,
sorry.
on the other hand,
No. I
oh,
think, yeah. On the other hand, he's not a doctor because he is not wearing a white
smock,
specific, yes, white
smock.
smock specific clothes because all doctors always wearing them.
Right.
Well, he's maybe researcher. He's maybe researcher because it's
Sorry,
like
wait,
experiment.
wait. He's maybe a what?
Researcher.
A what?
Oh wow. One moment, I'll write it.
Because it sounds like you're saying
Research.
researcher.
Oh, research.
Okay, slow down.
Researcher.
Yeah, maybe he's a researcher, like this.
Yes.
Repeat that. Maybe he's a researcher.
Maybe he's a researcher.
Good, perfect, got it. What do you think he's researching?
Because he's created this strange device, and a woman is sitting very calm and sitting nearest to him, and she's very relaxed and look at strong ahead on this through these devices. I don't know what they are create exactly.
Straight ahead.
Yeah,
She's looking
straight ahead.
Straight ahead. Okay.
Straight ahead. Yeah.
So, by the way, Natasha, you're absolutely right. He is not a doctor, because I know what's really going on. So you're right about that. He's not a doctor. Jose, what do you think? If this man isn't a doctor, what kind of profession do you think he is, or he has? I know for a fact he's not a doctor. By the way,
he's a researcher.
He's not a researcher either, actually.
No?
He is a very, very, very famous man from the 20th century.
He's a very famous man. He feels very confident about his work. He's trying to...
What kind of work is it, though?
Eh?
This is a celebrity from the 20th century. It's not one that you would recognize. But his name is a name that you might recognize, particularly if you're a woman. You might recognize him. What kind of work do you think he does? Difficult, huh?
Kind of work,
yes.
Difficult.
No, not a designer. A fashion designer, probably.
He's a fashion designer. No, he's not. But he does. His work is definitely applied to fashion, no doubt about it. But he's not a fashion designer. But his work is used in fashion even today. So you're almost there. What do you think he's doing? What do you think he's doing to her head or her face?
Taking the measures of the faces and everything, no?
Ah, he's
shape.
taking measurements of her face. Yeah?
The shapes and everything, no?
Something like that. You're getting
He's
one.
he's a designer for clothes,
Nope, not for clothes.
no?
Nope.
He's
He's
a designer of hats.
of hats? Not
No.
hats. He's most famous for his work in Hollywood.
In Hollywood.
Yeah. Very famous name in Hollywood. Hollywood. Hollywood.
It's a director, no? A director, no?
Not a director.
A makeup designer?
Correct.
Makeup designer. He's trying to make up some special cloth to make to do a film or something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Let's find out. Giancarlo, can you read the caption?
Yes.
Uh,
Max Factor. Max Factor demonstrates his scientific device, the Beauty Micrometer, which detects defects in feminine beauty that are imperceptible to the naked eye.
This is Max Factor, the guy
Max Factor,
famous for
yes.
Hollywood movie makeup and women's cosmetic products even today. So that's the real Max Factor. There he is. And he's measuring her face because that device, based on designs by Leonardo da Vinci, measures the golden ratio of facial features. In fact, nowadays, that device they'll take your photo and they'll put a map over your photo based on the device. Same thing, the golden ratio. There is a mathematical ratio between your facial features where most people, if you have that ratio, most people will deem you attractive. So it's the idea that somehow there's a mathematical equation behind beauty. Natasha, do you think there is a mathematical equation that makes us beautiful or not? Do you think that's a scientifically valid idea?
Yeah, why? Yes, I think so. Why not? Because I know that a lot of such institutions use scientific creators, which was been beforehand, and they go ahead and use that very widely for the deal.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can show you the golden ratio. Give me a second. We have just a minute or so, but I think I have time to show you this. 1 second. Take a look at this. Let me get it. Let's see if I can get this Google image open. There it is. That is the golden ratio. You can see it. And remember I said that you can create a mask? Well, over here, you can actually see the mask. This is it. Doesn't that look beautiful?
Definitely
Yeah.
not.
And you can actually see here, you can see the mask being held up, right, to the face of a model. And her facial features fall perfectly into those parameters, right? Here's another one. So I'm not making this up, actually. Oh, look, there's Brad Pitt. Let's see Brad Pitt. Oh, how beautiful. Look at that. Although his lips are a little too big. And his chin is a little too big, too. Gotta get a chin job.
I think
So
that they are using this for video games as well, yeah? Like FIFA or some video games, they're using this technique, yeah, to, I don't know, PlayStation or something like that, yeah?
Could be, yeah. It's pretty common. Look, here's Grace Kelly. Look.
it is
Look
a
at that.
useful device.
It's controversial. Not everyone agrees that this is as mathematical as it seems. Look at that. Look at Grace Kelly. Perfect. That's Grace
Yeah.
Kelly from Rear Window. Look at that. Perfect fit. Weird, huh? Now, let's try it on me. Ready? Hold up your golden ratio mask.
Perfect radio something.
Fits well, right?
Perfect gold radio.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Hollywood.
Well, that's it for the moment.
Okay.
Stick around because in the next hour we're going to do pronunciation journeys, where we work on difficult to pronounce sounds, and you have to navigate your classmates around a map using the right sound. We tried it last week. We're going to do a different set of sounds. You can give your input where you're having trouble, and I'll try to create the map so that it matches the things you need to work on. Okay, that's coming up in 30 seconds. Bye for now.
Bye bye. Take
See
care.
you
Bye.
soon.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
very much.
Bye.
Bye.